Hey everybody, happy Valentine's Day. It's Impossible Coin, here with the possible task of filling your heart with love. A boy who just wants to say hello to a girl somewhere in West Texas. The professor of romance, the doctor of love, Rocky Hardy.
Hey there. How you doing?
So, somewhere in the Midwest, bewitching, intoxicating, delightful. Somewhere in between a box of Godiva chocolates and a bag of Cheetos. Tegan Somerset.
I don't know if of any of those things except between a box of Godiva chocolates and a bag of Cheetos.
It's true if you believe, girl.
It's true if you believe.
The man of mystery. Somewhere in Arizona.
The Sultan of sensuality.
A big bundle of manly love. Brian Cartwright.
I'm going to slip into you like a Hilton bathrobe.
Oh, God. Oh, God.
That's right.
Nope.
That's right.
I feel sexually assaulted. I'm kidding.
Oh, man. Okay.
I am kidding. Let's be fair.
All right. So video games, right?
Mm-hmm.
Rocky, it's
those
Valentine's Day. It's very special.
Oh, man.
Very special.
Today we get to celebrate the true romance that only occurs between a player character and a digital love interest.
That's right.
Man, we should have made this a dating sim episode. Next year, we're going to make this a dating sim episode where we'll only have played dating sims.
We can do that right now. Like, we could do Brian's like the embodying voice, or we can do it like a dating sim that turns into something like sinister, like Doki Doki Literature Club, where I'm like the self-insert and like
it should be
Tegan's,
a
like
dating.
Sayori.
It should be a dating sim that makes you think it's going to turn into something sinister, and then it just never does.
Wait, like Fumo Fu?
Yeah, there's like creepy music and stuff, and then it's like literally everything's normal. Hello.
All right, look, guys. You know how I want us all to be rich, and I have ideas. We've gone through some of these ideas in previous episodes. You know,
Yes.
hot video game ideas like the game Going Ham, or
Fucking Going Ham. God damn
Hamel
it.
Bang. You know, certified bangers that are going to make us rich. So I have an idea where we're going to combine 3 dating sims that captured the cultural zeitgeist, and we're almost certainly going to become rich because we're going to combine these 3 things.
Wait, are 2 of them Doki Doki Literature Club and Katawa Shoujo?
Well, one of them is Doki Doki Literature Club.
Okay.
So what we're going to do...
Is the other one Dream Daddy?
One of them is Dream Daddy.
Doki Doki Daddy?
So we're going to have a game where there's these gay daddy pigeons, and
God.
shit's going to go off the rails.
No.
Oh my god.
Can we at least, if we're gonna blatantly copy stuff, instead of pigeons, can they be goats?
Oh god. Goat daddies, no.
Goat daddy from hell?
Yeah,
Oh
goat
god.
daddies. Well, I'm thinking,
Yeah, and like one of them just turns out to literally be Satan. It's like Satan and like Baal and like Baphomet.
And he's like, surprise, I'm a goat. What do you want from me?
and it doesn't matter like what age any of the goats are. They just call you kid.
That sounds great.
Haha.
I'm down.
I'm hilarious. Laugh at my jokes.
We did. We all did it.
Well,
Okay.
listeners, we hope that you had a fantastic Valentine's Day. We certainly hope that all of your respective boyfriends took you someplace nicer than Red Lobster. That's what we hope for you. And if he did take you to Red Lobster,
that was just-
we hope that you winged a Cheddar Bay biscuit at his fucking pumpkin head.
The pumpkin-headed boyfriends, did he block it with his massive forearms?
That's almost certainly those weird, like, unnaturally hairy. I mean, you know that, like, there's some hairy-armed, pumpkin-headed boyfriends who are like, hey, how about a little Red Lobster?
I've never been to Red Lobster.
Good.
It's only okay, Tegan.
Okay.
And that's on a good day.
Gotcha. Alrighty then.
True
I
enough.
feel like I'm not missing
Yeah.
out on anything.
Yeah, Red Lobster is like the Olive Garden of like seafood
Well, but
places.
I love Olive Garden.
Oh, no.
Oh, that's right.
God
We've talked
damn
about
it.
this. I
Them
forgot.
breadsticks,
Tegan.
though.
Them
Them breadsticks,
breadsticks.
though.
Jesus Christ.
Tegan, please.
My cat likes the breadsticks. It's that garlic butter salt, man. It's so good.
Tegan, what do you have for us today?
Nothing. Rocky goes first.
Oh, okay. Well, as you guys know, I'm playing Monster Hunter World. It's sick. I've slain me some elder dragons, which are legitimately terrifying. I have killed 4. One is the flagship, Nergigante, who apparently everyone in the hardcores are just roasting them. Like, I think, Brian, I talked about how in the beta, you have 15 minutes to kill Nergigante. Mm-hmm. And that one is weaker than the one that's actually in the game. But I saw a video go up last week on the guild hall where someone with a switch axe, I'm pretty sure, killed the Nergigante with no cats, no buffs, in 2 minutes and 23 seconds. Just straight up walked up and just kept hitting it till it was dead. It was horrifying.
Wow.
Yeah. Outside of that, I have also hunted, the classic elder dragons, Kushaladara, which is like a steel dragon that blows like wind currents. Sure. And it has the unique ability of summoning tornadoes just on the map and actually surrounding itself with wind pressure, so fears that you can't get close enough to attack it for certain periods of time. And the Teostra, which is looks like a classic like chimera, except it doesn't have a snake tail. It just looks like a snake. And it breathes fire. It covers you in blast element, and it can like set small explosions around itself. It's pretty spooky. What? So I cleared both of those.
What's blast element? What is a blast element? Okay. Is that like gunpowder?
Nobody answered that question on Valentine's Day.
It's like gunpowder.
Okay. That's different.
The thing about it is that that was a little unkind. Okay, so blast element in the game is one of the status elements in it. Like paralysis and sleep and poison, it only has an effect when you stack a certain amount of damage on it. Mm-hmm. And what it'll do is that once you're covered in the blast element, either the next time you get hit by a flaming attack or after a certain period of time, you will just have an explosion on you. And when you're affected by blast element, you just have to roll 3 times, but you need to find 3 times to roll, and then the blast element's gone. But if you ignore it, it'll just pop on you, and so you'll get knocked back, you'll take some serious true damage, and it's not a good time. So you got to deal with that. And then there's like this weird zombie dragon that's like covered in this miasma called Val Hazak. And it has an ability like another one, well, like an area. Like it turns out like there's one of the maps that if you get affected by this certain status, it cuts your life bar just in half. Like it just does that. And you need to eat a nullberry to get rid of it, but like that health that you lost when your health bar got cut is gone. And then, but that was just a feature of like the area, and now there's the Elder Dragon, which is the source of that blight, and it can put that on you over the course of the fight. It's kind of annoying, but otherwise it's not that hard of a fight. So I killed all 3 of those, 4 of those, and I farmed a Nergigante, and like while I don't have a 2-minute 23 run yet, I'm pretty confident I can kill it whenever I do fight it. So that's cool. I played a little bit of Fortnite Battle Royale, and I still haven't gotten the Victory Royale, but honestly, I've just been playing casually. I haven't like decided this is when I'm going to crack the game. I've just been having fun.
Okay.
And I've gotten some, I think I had 3 top 5 finishes this week, which is nice. But I get to like the building phase, and there are people that are just building so much faster and efficiently around me, and I'm just not used to it yet. Like I don't have that comfort with the building mechanic, but I'm working on it.
Would you say that you have the Battle Royale bug?
No, I don't think so. Like I am not the modern video game industry. I am just, a man that likes to shoot things occasionally. And that's pretty much all that I dealt with this week, except for Dandara, which is a new platformer with kind of like really darty movement that requires patience that I did not give it early on, and so I was getting kind of frustrated at first. But it's more about like environmental puzzles and like exploring like the weird artistic aesthetic, which is cool. But it's also set up like a Metroidvania, but you don't move like in a Metroidvania. Like the movement is entirely different.
It is weird business.
Yeah.
Like I kind of when I first got in there was kind of like having a little bit of struggling just because I was spending so much time on just like wrapping my head around how the movement works that I guess I forgot that I had a gun.
Oh man.
So like.
Also, the fact that you should charge that gun before you shoot it seems unnecessary.
No, I get it because I think that if you could fire that thing as quickly as you could, then like when you walk into a room and there's like 4 or 5 of those like "fuck you" homing bees, then that doesn't require much in the way of like strategy if you didn't have to charge the shot. But by having to charge the shot, that requires you to, like, apply strategy to your movement to evade homing enemies. And then, you need to buy yourself time to charge the shot. I'm like, oh, okay. I don't know if you've had anything that you would describe as a boss encounter yet.
Yeah, I have.
Okay.
I mean, it's not a true boss. It was closer to, like, a mini boss. But it was like this enemy that like moved horizontally and like fired like orbs like upward. And so the basic strat is just to teach you to like move around, like kind of like in a triangle formation and then shoot. And I realized the first time I went to it, when I finally got to it, getting to it was harder than fighting the boss. That was definitely clear. But shooting the thing, like I realized that I could shoot it twice, like on a single pass before I had to actually evade it, like ramming into me. And as long as you didn't move as soon as you possibly could, you weren't going to hit like the orbs. So it was just a little patience in like maneuvering, which is like, okay. It was definitely something that was designed to like teach me about mechanics that will later show up in the game, which is cool.
Are you playing... So you're playing this on Switch, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Are you playing this on your television, or are you playing in handheld mode?
I'm playing in handheld mode.
So are you using the touch controls?
There are touch controls? Are you fucking kidding? Oh, man. No, I'm not. Like, that would have made things a lot easier.
Yeah, this game has got, like, good touch controls.
Huh.
Yep.
And so, like, you just, like, press and hold to shoot, I guess?
Yep. And so you're, like, so you're using touch controls to, like... Because you know how you're, like, kind of, like, picking where you land when you, like, shoot yourself forward. So you're using touch controls for all of it. For, like, for the movement, for the shooting. Because it's designed to be a game which is, like, intuitive when it's played with touch. Which is why it's also, like, available... on higher end iOS devices, which is interesting too because like it's not like there's any discount for this game on iOS. It is the same cost as like buying it on Switch. But it's weird because like it's available right now on like PC, iOS, and Switch, and like I can see PC being really the worst place to play it right now, because unless you have a touchscreen monitor, then you can't really fuck with that.
Well, I mean, mouse control would probably still be pretty precise.
Yeah, I guess there's that, but like, I guess it depends on like how fast you are with a mouse. You know, like maybe some people who've got like their 400 hours in Unreal Tournament are going to be just fine, but like,
yeah,
you know, somebody who maybe is not so good with like, you know, twitchy mouse action is going to be able to go and then just, you know, be terrified. So,
well, that's another thing. Like, I know like the game can actually be played at a really slow pace, like because I remember having to slow down, but the movement in the game is actually really responsive. Mm-hmm. Like when I actually got a bit more confident and started rushing through things because I knew like the areas, like I could dart around like really quick, which is something that I'm interested in messing with later. Like I feel like, well, I mean, as always, the speedruns are going to be fun to watch, but watching like someone optimize that movement is going to be really interesting.
Yes.
Because there's also like platforms that you could totally skip that are there just like for the people who are cautious. And you can just like buzz through certain places, like if you just know exactly where to go, which is really cool.
So do you think you're gonna spend much more time playing with it, or does it have its hooks in you?
It doesn't have hooks, like, because you know Monster Hunter is my one true love, but I'm gonna spend some time with it. Like I'll hang out, maybe take it on a couple of dates, see how that goes. Oh God, am I talking about cheating like in real life? Is Donder on my side piece? Never mind. I quit video games. I'm just gonna play Monster Hunter.
No, I'm pretty sure that like Fortnite Battle Royale is your backdoor love.
Oh God, I don't. Do people say that, Brian? Oh man, I don't know. But yeah, that's all I've been playing. I think I'm gonna play Dondura going forward. There are a couple other games that I picked up because like I was sitting around because I just got Celeste. I have not touched it, and I got Aegis Defenders, which is an interesting mixture of tower defense and platforming, and I just want to see what that's like. You know, like I watched like the videos and I didn't get like a clear idea, but there's like customizable characters that I guess you take control of over time while you're doing this tower defense stuff, and it works like RTS style rather than turn-based style. And so I don't know, man. I'm gonna see where that is.
I'm on board. Have you heard the good word about iconoclasts?
Outside of you telling me last week, I mean, I heard the spiel. I can't say I'm exactly moved, but it does look very pretty.
It's super pretty, sir. It's super, super pretty.
You gonna take it to the dance, Brian?
I am definitely taking Iconoclast to the dance. Like, if you like yourself a good, like, Metroidvania with fun environmental puzzles, then you need to go ahead and tell Iconoclast how you feel and raise a boombox above your head and say,
I hate that scene.
Oh, everybody hates that scene. You know what I think is creepier, though? Is that bit in, you guys see that movie, The Love Actually? That one? Okay.
Yeah. No.
You have not seen Love Actually, Tegan?
No.
Oh, wow. Okay.
It's a time.
I don't watch movies.
She loves anime, man.
Yeah, I watch anime.
I don't know, Brian. I definitely find that scene abhorrent, but I feel like it's small potatoes, like compared to Mel Gibson's What Women Want.
Oh God, I don't want to know. It sounds bad. You know what women want? You know what women want?
What do they want?
Near Automata.
Yeah.
Tell me what they want. What they
want
really
hot
want.
anime guys. No, they want. It's real easy. Help around the house without having to ask for it. Equal pay for equal work, and like some goddamn maternity leave. Like that's it. It's not that hard. I don't think.
Near Automata.
And Near Automata. Well, yeah, I said it. Sexy anime guys right away. Or girls. I mean, you could have sexy anime girls also. I'm not going to judge you for whoever you choose to love in the sexy anime verse. Unless it's a child, then I'm gonna judge you.
Yeah, no lolies. No lolies here with Impossible Coin. We're not down.
So, Tegan, I think you've been doing the Nier Automata.
Yeah, I've been doing the Nier Automata.
How's
You watched me do the Nier Automata. I finished Route 2. I finished B Route. And it was... there were some things that I learned. And...
What'd you learn, Teague?
I can't tell you.
Oh, okay.
It's gonna spoil it.
Well, I guess first we need to have an open and frank discussion about whether or not Rocky thinks he's ever going to play this game.
Oh yeah, are you gonna play this game, Rocky?
To be honest, it's not quite on my list of things to do. It's like, you know what it is? It's like the Avengers, where, cause like, the Avengers came out, and I was like, yeah, man, I'll totally get around to it. And like, I ended up watching Avengers for the first time on Netflix on a lazy Tuesday afternoon, like 2 years after it was released.
Oh, okay. So it doesn't matter then.
Yeah.
Is what you're saying.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, I think I'll get around to it when I get around to it. It's not something that I'm like actively like planning for.
Okay.
Gotcha. Okay. That's fair then. So spoiler warning to everybody else. You're gonna want to skip ahead a bit. I don't know how much a bit is, but you know. So humans went extinct before the robots happened. And so the human council, the Council of Humans, was created after the androids were created.
Okay.
And the Council of Humans is just a program that's run on a server that periodically sends messages based on actual communications that humans had at one point before they went extinct. So they're basically like word salading it.
I mean, all right.
Which, like, I had a feeling that humans weren't, not that they like were extinct already, but like
they weren't around.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they're not supposed to be around because they're supposed to be on the moon. Supposedly all the humans are on the moon. But I was like, that doesn't feel right. And like the communications felt wrong, like stale kind of. And I was like, I wonder if all the humans on the moon have just died. And like they don't want to acknowledge it. But like maybe they did actually leave Earth at one point, but like no, they didn't even leave Earth. So then
they're looking for Matrusius on Alpha Centauri.
Right. So then it's like, who made the androids then? Are the androids just part of the machines? Were they actually serving the aliens instead of the humans?
Wait, are there confirmed aliens that are alive?
No, the aliens aren't alive either. They're dead. They're dead. Their mothership is, like, you find a destroyed alien spacecraft underneath the city. Because reasons.
No.
Yeah. Were the androids born from the machines the way Adam and Eve were? How did they get a satellite base in space if they were born on Earth? I have a lot of... I'm confused.
That game is not done breaking your heart, Tegan.
My heart has not been broken at all. I'm just like, wow, this is bizarre. It's broken my brain more than my heart. I keep saying I'm ready to cry over 9S, and I still have not. I just watched all of 9S's story, and I'm not sad yet. I'm just like, this boy, when?
This boy, when?
This boy, when? When do I get to cry over him? Because obviously he's designed for me to cry over him, and I just haven't done it yet. So, like, I don't know how I feel about it. But, that was, like, all the game I played, though. I did the Monster Hunter Monday thing with you guys. That was cool.
Yeah.
But I didn't play because I was dying. So I just hung out in the stream. And then I streamed Nier. like 2 days later or 1 day later, whatever.
Yeah, it was on Wednesday.
Yeah, because I was like, why not? But yeah, that's all the video games I played. Yeah. Anyway, and then we got like all the trailers this week too. So like yesterday we got the new trailer for Digimon Tri, and there's like blood and angst, and Devimon's back, and I'm gonna lose it. And then this morning, well last night, but this morning we got the Kingdom Hearts 3 trailer.
Man, I thought that one was already real. It just didn't have like English subs.
It was from like last night, dude. Like last night
what am I
at
thinking
D3.
about?
Now, you are referring, Rocky, to the fact that this shit leaked like months ago.
There we go.
So like,
yeah,
Square has spent like the last several months being like, we assure you this footage is not real. And then yesterday they're like, surprise, the footage is real.
Yeah!
there it is. That's what.
But yeah,
that's what it
so
was.
it's official, and it's on the Tumblr. It's live on the Tumblr. You can see it there right now with subtitles, because I went and found the subtitled version for all of you. You're welcome. But yeah, I love it.
Does Sora go to GoBot World?
Sora goes to Toy Story World and Monsters Inc. World, and Rapunzel fights in Tangled World, and Ariel's a summon now, so that's cool. I don't know.
Wait, there's Tangled World?
Yeah, Tangled World.
Did anybody see fucking Tangled?
Yeah.
Yeah, Tangled was actually really popular.
Really?
Man.
Tangled still is really popular.
Yeah.
Am I just so out of touch with the kids? Like, I know that the kids like the Frozen.
Oh no,
Frozen was
Brian,
Frozen
please
was okay.
don't do
Frozen
this.
was really popular with a lot of little girls because, you know, there's a big sparkly dress. But really, Tangled is where it's at.
Wait,
Tangled
are you telling me that
cry.
like that like okay, you know, Frozen is like Kanye after he got popular, and that like Tangled is like the real shit, like the legitimate, like back when he still had something to say. Like, I mean, Tangled is the real stuff. Tangled is the real jam. Is that what I'm hearing? Is that like I need to see?
I wouldn't call Frozen post Kardashian Kanye.
Okay.
So like Frozen
Frozen came out like
blew up real.
Beyonce.
Wait, what?
I'm not comfortable with
Oh,
that.
okay.
Neither.
Frozen is like Ashanti,
Okay. Yeah,
And-
okay. That's fair.
and Tangled is more like Maya, is what I'd say.
Okay, that checks out.
Yeah.
It's
All right.
good.
Yeah.
It's real good. You should watch it. It's real good.
Yeah, Tangled's it's a good movie, man. I mean, it still kind of fails. No, it does fail the Bechdel test.
Oh, yeah. Bechtel.
But, you know, still all right. It's a good movie, man.
Yeah.
It had some nice action, some laughs.
And one really good romantic song with the lanterns and the cry.
Huh? With the lanterns.
And then a really good sad part at the end, and I cry again. I cry twice. I got a 2 cry out of it. It's a good movie.
Does anybody take
It's 2 cries
Does
up.
anyone go to Red Lobster in this movie?
No.
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 But the
No.
main guy does get smacked several times with a heavy frying pan.
It's true, that does happen. It's like PUBG.
Yeah, it's a good time. One blonde girl parachutes out of a tower
Yeah.
and starts a song thing in a bar full of potentially really scary people. It's a good time.
Oh wait, guys, that's why they canceled Skylanders, because they're working on the Disney Battle Royale game.
Oh, dude.
It's all clear now.
no.
Wait, no. Skylanders is
100
Activision.
princesses jump out of a plane.
Disney is Disney Infinity.
It's Disney Infinity.
Okay. Then never mind.
Although I like your idea, and if there is going to be Disney Battle Royale, I call Tron. I'm Tron. I'm going to do all the Tron. I'm going to come up behind you on my cyber cycle. It's going to be incredible.
If it's
I
Disney
mean,
Battle
you're not
Royale,
gonna-
can I play as Sora?
Yes, because I will Tron you.
Nice. Okay.
Wait. Can you play as Sora? Well, I mean, Square Enix. I feel like Disney, if they really wanted to license Sora, like they would pay Square Enix enough to do it. But like,
Imagine a world where Square Enix turns down money.
Imagine a world where Sora is a visitable character in Disneyland.
oh man, Oh man. That's too wild.
He gets different costumes, not just dependent on, like, what area he's in, but, like, at Halloween, he gets the Halloween Town costume.
He always has to wear the oversized shorts and the goofy clown shoes.
Yep.
Oh, man.
I mean, I'm ready for Sora to visit some, like, really shitty or obscure, movies. Like,
when he goes to the Rescuers world, when he goes to An American Tail and, like, hangs out with Fievel.
Like, I'm ready for him to, like, stumble into the Three Caballeros.
No.
Like, Donald gets all excited because, like, he knows these guys.
Yeah, and Donald's like, we gotta go right now. This is a bad scene. We can't be here. I owe these guys money. Or, like, if they, like, go to Victory through Air Power World.
Only if they get to go also to a very goofy movie.
I'm down for a very goofy movie.
I'll let you put in.
To see Roxanne again. That's a whole other thing.
I want to hear Goofy talk to Maxie.
I feel so bad for
Goofy.
Just being like in
Dad,
that universe.
Who the heck are these people? And he's like, well, Maxie, these are my friends, Sora and Donald. And Maxie's like, why is he a human?
No, it's like, what's wrong with his face? Why is his nose so small?
Right, yeah. Where does he have like a tail or something? Nope.
Oh no.
Boy.
And that's when they officially make not Sora just turn into an animal, but truly like a furry, and that's like Sora furry confirmed.
Dude, oh my god.
And then we're done.
He also falls in love with Roxanne.
Oh man. Well, but who doesn't? That's not something that's up to him. He doesn't get to make that decision.
Fair enough.
Has he already met Winnie the Pooh? Has that already happened?
Yes.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, that was in the first Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah, and like a little storybook world. It's cute.
Okay.
True.
So that's not territory you can do. Is Fantasia on the books? Have we already done Fantasia?
Technically, like, Fantasia Hat Mickey has appeared, I believe, in the lore of Kingdom Hearts 2.
Okay.
And so, like, Mickey being magical is actually just canon because King Mickey is fucking busted, but
yeah, that's
pretty
a true
much
story.
we're at.
I'm excited for Monster World. Sora looks like a little evil demon cat.
I mean... And
I love that.
I'm not going to pay attention until there's a release date.
Boo's like, Donald's Mike Wazowski. And Mike Wazowski's like, no, I'm Mike Wazowski. And she's like, ha ha. All creatures with one eye are Mike Wazowski.
How about Herbie World?
That's... Wait, is
Herbie owned by Disney?
Is early 2000s Lindsay Lohan there?
Yes.
You're thinking
I am
the Bug.
tentatively interested.
You're thinking Bug.
I think
was
also
like,
Dick
I was
Van
like,
Dyke
why
is there too. It's gonna be good.
Mary Poppins World.
Yep.
100% down.
The
Star Wars
Computer
World.
Wore Tennis Shoes World.
Wait, what?
It's a Disney movie where like Kurt Russell is like a teenage android.
Oh God.
Yep.
Well, if we're getting into that,
at that point, they might as well just start doing Disney Channel shows like That's So Raven and like Phil of the Future.
Yep.
Lizzie McGuire World.
With just weird like live action Sora.
Oh my god!
And, like,
and we could do, what's that movie where Lizzie's like they're like on Mars or something, or on the moon? It's like her.
Oh God! Wait.
You know what I'm talking about?
Vaguely. Lizzie McGuire goes to space?
Yeah, but she's not Lizzie McGuire. She's someone else. It's like a movie.
Oh, Xenon.
Yeah!
Right?
Yeah! Dude.
I'm just saying that like
Or,
if Sora's already hung out with like Captain Jack Sparrow, there's already precedent for like live action bullshit.
Oh God. Or I'm really surprised they didn't do. Well, I mean, they haven't touched Disney Channel shows yet, but like Phineas and Ferb World,
Dude,
and,
Phineas and Ferb World would be great.
Kim Possible World.
Yes. Did you hear that King Possible is getting a movie? Like a live-action reboot movie?
Yeah, everyone on Twitter is trying to get casted. It's kind of amazing.
I'm excited.
Oh, man.
I'm low-key excited. Like, I almost wish it had happened like right after Mean Girls. Like, that era, Lindsay Lohan I would cast.
Yeah.
So why do you want to lock Lindsay Lohan out of this opportunity now that she's done all of the cocaine?
Because she no longer looks like a spunky high schooler.
True.
Now she looks like somebody who would dry out and snort a spunky high schooler.
Oh, God.
To absorb their youth.
That exactly, like some real terrible, like, picture of Dorian Gray shit. Only like instead of having a painting in his attic, he has a mirror and a razor. It's gonna be. Oh yes. Tegan, you got anything else going on?
Other than that, apparently Logan Paul came back to YouTube, is still trash, and this time YouTube is like, we're suspending all ads on his channel, and he's a danger to our other creators.
Oh, gee, really? No way.
Like, they came out and said that, yeah. Oh, man. I was like, wow, I'm sort of proud.
I'm glad they're, like, getting wise to it.
So,
like, it took long enough.
So Logan Paul is a loose cannon and they need his badge and his gun?
He's agitating YouTube sciatica, man.
No.
They're getting too old for this.
Oh, God. I mean, good for them that they're doing a thing. Bad for them that I don't think it actually is meaningful at all. Fuck them. I think that until they just kick him off their platform, it's not real. As long as he gets to come back and make money later, it's not real.
Yeah,
True.
I think he needs to go. You know? I think he just needs to go, like, right. Like, this is the time where they're like, you have learned nothing. You can't have a channel anymore. And his entire channel is deleted. Like, I think that's the only way to handle this at this point. Because he's continuing to be a huge problem.
I wonder where he'd go. Do you think he'd try to do, like, Vimeo?
I don't think anyone should accept him.
Well, no, I don't think they should, but that's a different question. Like, he still has a fan base, and if he goes somewhere, like, there's likely people to follow him. And, I mean, that's how a lot of Viners, like, ended up on YouTube, and, like, with mixed success. Like, some of them, like, make skits still. Some of them are writing books and, like, charting, like, on Billboard charts and shit. Like, it's weird. But, like, if someone had to leave YouTube, I'm not sure where they would go.
Yeah.
Maybe in
Vimeo, maybe Instagram? With the stories?
I would believe Instagram. Yeah.
All the gamers will just go to Twitch.
I was going to say that I think that he would go to Twitch. I mean, with Twitch supporting, IRL streaming now, IRL is accounting for an increasingly large percentage of, like, their content. And Twitch is horny for streamers that bring big view counts. I think that, like, Logan Paul could, like, show up and find all the corpses and Twitch would not care at this point.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, like, maybe that's a terribly, like, burned out, cynical worldview, and that, like, that they wouldn't do that, but, like, I don't know. Like, I think that Twitch would jump at the opportunity to be like, Logan Paul is now on Twitch. So, I don't know.
But yeah.
In summary, fuck that guy.
Right. Please make him go away. Please. I'm done. I'm so done.
I'm tired of this whole generation of fucking assholes who, like, look like these weird, like, buff, date rapist monster men who all are, like, doing, like, Jackass style shit, but don't understand anything about, like, what made Jackass good. The whole point of, like, why Jackass worked is that, like, those guys were the butt of the jokes. That's the whole reason it worked, is that, like, it's Johnny Knoxville in the shopping cart. It's Steve-O getting hit in the nuts with a baseball. Like, if you just show up everywhere and if you're always the asshole and you never get your comeuppance, then, like, it's just you being a jerk store. Like, fuck you, Logan Paul. Like, I don't know, like, why he just, like, he gets my dander up.
I don't understand why millennials are still getting the shit for stuff that Logan Paul does. Like, he's not influencing millennials. Millennials are sick of his shit, too. You know?
No. Like,
he's not even a member of the millennials. He's younger than that.
Yeah, he's the elder statesman of whatever these people are thereafter. And
Gen Z?
Yeah.
Is it Gen Z?
Gen Z.
Gen Z is the group that's like, let's eat Tide Pods because they look delicious. Which, like, I'm cool with that as a meme, but, like, the fact that people are actually eating Tide Pods, that bothers me. Like, please, guys. This is not what meme culture
it's all
is
jokes.
for.
Oh.
This is not how you meme culture, guys. This is how you accidentally hurt yourself. Please be safe. Don't eat Tide Pods.
Yes.
Don't eat Tide Pods, guys.
Come on. This is the world, guys, that we're doing, you know, PSAs about not eating fucking detergent.
If you're gonna eat a Tide Pod, make the edible Tide Pods, where you get a silica mold. You put in clear gel,
no,
clear gelatin.
No.
Yeah, clear
Tegan,
gelatin.
I'm gonna stop you right there. Just don't do it. Don't do it because
you fill it
if
with
you're
Jell-O.
thinking about eating a Tide Pod, just
Jell-O.
don't.
A friend. If you're thinking about eating a Tide Pod, call a friend. Be like, hey, I have to let you know something. I'm a dumb asshole, and then they can talk you out of it.
If you feel like you need to eat a Tide Pod, listen to our entire backlog, and then come watch us stream on Mondays.
There you go.
We'll be playing Monster Hunter and stuff,
Maybe
guys.
other
It's gonna be
days,
great.
too. Maybe other days. Who knows? I don't know. I
True.
think it's like whoever's playing games is trying to stream. So, we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
I did not
Brian
stream
needs to
Pack
stream
Attack
more.
because I can't.
Why not?
Is it because it's on your Switch and you don't have a normal capture card?
Pack Attack is a video game that I've been playing on my Game Boy Micro.
Oh, jeez.
Oh,
yeah.
shit.
That is not a current system, is it?
It is not.
No.
Okay.
But we have the technology to stream a Game Boy Micro. It's just annoying as shit.
Oh, okay.
It's doable.
Figure it out, Brian.
Look, I'm
You're
not
not Brad.
drilling holes in my Game Boy Micro. It's just not happening, y'all.
That's fair.
But Pack Attack is a video game, and I've been enjoying playing it, like, probably too much this week. It is, like, a weird combination of, like, Tetris and Puyo. I guess before that was an active going concern. But, like, instead of having multiple colors of Puyo, there's only one color of Puyo, because essentially they're just the ghosts from Pac-Man. And so you're trying to line up ghosts, and occasionally you'll get a piece of blocks, which will contain Pac-Man. And if you rest Pac-Man on top of a ghost, all the ghosts on the board will turn blue, and he'll eat all the ghosts that are touching each other, like there are a row of them. And so you're trying to, like, stack your blocks, so that way, like, after Pac-Man eats ghosts, you'll then have lines of solid blocks, which will then clear, like Tetris. And I'm like, oh, I'm like, I wish I had played more of Pack Attack when I was a young man. So I've been playing some Pack Attack. Apparently, it originally came out on, like, the SNES and Genesis and shit. And when it was released on the Game Boy Advance, it was a re-release as part of Pac-Man Collection. Which, guys, I've been all over Pac-Man Collection. I've been playing way too much Pac-Man Collection. It's got all the Pac-Mans in it. All of them.
How many is all of them?
Well, it's got Pac-Man. These are games called Pac-Man, so there's no Miss Pac-Man in there, which is a...
Oh, what? Miss Pac-Man's the best one.
I agree.
Sexist.
I'm way... Well, there are apparently multiple Pac-Man collections. There's Pac-Man Collection and Pac-Man Collection 2. But this one contains Pac-Man... it also contains, like, the really hard to find Pac-Mania, which is weird because of, like, all of these, like, cool extra stuff that they give, like, Pac-Man. as far as his mobility on the board. Pac-Man gets a jump. But as the longer he's on the board, the lower the height of the maximum vertical of his jump. So, like, as you go, the vertical of the jump gets shorter. So the jump is most valuable at the start of play. So, like, you could be, like, running down a row, coming straight up on a ghost, which is currently lethal to you, and you can clear the ghost entirely. You could jump over the ghost at the beginning of play. But, like, once you've been on the board for, like, a couple minutes, that vertical will no longer clear a ghost. But, like, doing things like jumping over, like, walls. Yeah, because, you know, like, the ghosts have different rules for movement. Like, oh, the pink ghost goes this way, the blue ghost goes this way, that kind of thing. So it's like Pac-Man, Super Pac-Man, Pac-Mania, and the aforementioned Pac-Attack on one cartridge.
Pac-Attack.
Yep. Because one thing that the Game Boy Advance was really good at was that was kind of the system where Nintendo started realizing that there was good money in, like, re-releasing a bunch of, like, old games. So there's, like, a whole bunch of, like, NES re-releases on that system, SNES re-releases. Sega got in on re-releases on the Game Boy Advance with, like, stuff from, like, the Genesis. And then, like, some third parties did, like, roundups. Like, Namco did a whole bunch of stuff. And Namco also did this, like, Pac-Man collection. I think I'm going to pick up, like, this thing which has got, like, 40 Activision games for the Atari VCS on the Game Boy Micro. So that way I could just play Pitfall whenever I want. Kind of neat. But speaking of old video games, guys, guess what came this week?
What? What came this week?
His new N64 classic, right? That's out?
No, and whenever that does eventually come out, fuck it. But I got the Super NT, y'all.
Woo!
Okay. So you're gonna stream, like, Final Fantasy VI in full HD. That's what you're telling me. That's what's
I
happening.
guess I'd have to figure that out. I guess I'd have to, like, what, buy a thing? What would I need to buy?
Wait,
How does this work?
Is this an original Super Nintendo?
No. The Analog Super NT is actually a third-party system that's designed to play Super Nintendo cartridges, but is able to display them in full HD, and I believe in I forget what the quality, but it's high quality sound. I think it's HD audio.
Yeah, so it
Okay.
is. It is also not software-based emulation like other third-party consoles. It is hardware-based using FPGA chip. It is able to output at both 50 hertz and 60 hertz, so that way you can play PAL games at the right output speed, and you can play both Japanese and US games at the right output speed, because that's one of the problems with, like, universal consoles which have PAL games, is you're like, like, why is this running wrong? So
Yeah.
it does that. It also, there was a trick that the SNES Junior was able to do that the original SNES wasn't. The SNES Junior was like the tiny Super Nintendo that Nintendo put out near the end of the console's life cycle after they put out the N64. The SNES Junior renders transparencies better.
Okay.
Yeah, so, like, the way the original Super Nintendo would do it is they would, like, render a layer of sprites, and then it would, like, render another layer which is, like, slightly offset, so that way you could get, like, effects. Like, you're like, oh, I believe that's supposed to represent, like, water. But when you would do, like, the same thing on the SNES Junior, it would look more like just a transparency. And because this is, like, designed for, like, reference display, you can alternate whether you want it to do the original alternating display like the original SNES, or the two layered like in the SNES Junior. And so you can also select between, like, outputting at 1080p or outputting at 720. You're like, why would I ever want to output at 720? And it's because the original display, you know, is for standard, you know, like, the cartridges are designed for 240p display. And so if you're doing, like, say, a 4x upscale because you want to input scan lines so that way the sprite art will look better, you get cleaner scan line placement at 720 at 4x display. But the point is that this thing gives you, like, a ridiculous number of, like, audio options and video options. Like, if you really just want to get under the hood and just completely just monkey around with, like, a SNES game, you totally can. Also picked up a couple of the 8-bit DOE SNES wireless Bluetooth controllers. So, like, playing, like, pixel perfect, no input lag SNES games with a controller that feels exactly like an original Super Nintendo controller has felt real good. Real good. Yeah, yeah. So I think right now the main stuff I kind of want, like, you joke about, like, Final Fantasy VI, but, like,
oh no, I never joke about Final Fantasy
okay,
VI.
all right, but I think that, like, right now the main stuff I kind of want to mess with it is like arcade style games like beat 'em ups and things like that. Okay. Mainly because I know that, like, Monster Hunter World is something that I need to be spending more time with, and I also know that, like, coming very soon are going to be games that are going to require our attention. Like, Far Cry 5 and Longest 5 Minutes and stuff like that. Games which are going to be kind of like considerable time sinks, and so, like, I want to make sure that I'm still able to make time for my my Super Nintendo. But I think that the best way to do that and not feel bad about it is stuff that I can just, like, pick up and play for, like, an hour or two and not feel like there's some, like yet another, like, 200-hour RPG that I'm not finishing. Yeah.
But so I thought that was the point of video games, is you had this never-ending pile of games that you could never possibly play, and then you continue to buy new ones as they come out at full price, when you know in a couple months they'll be knocked down to $20, because you need to have it right now, because what if you have time to play that game?
Or, instead of doing that, Tegan, and buying Final Fantasy VI and not finishing it, I could instead buy Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 4 Turtles in Time, because
Turtles in Time is good.
Turtles in Time is fucking incredible, Tegan. You take that back.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is a mess.
Turtles 4 Turtles in Time is one of the best video games of all time.
It's really up there.
It's fucking,
like,
it's top 100.
It is
you better
so
stream
good.
it then, so I can see why
it
it's
is
so good.
goddamn good. This is a good ass video game.
Stream it, because I'm never going to play it otherwise.
I mean, it's not like Battletoads.
Fuck Battletoads.
I mean, Battletoads is actually like...
Fuck Battletoads. You heard it here first. Actually, you didn't hear it first, because people who have two thumbs connected to a heart already know that Battletoads is trash.
Also, we talked about Battletoads like a year ago.
Yeah,
like,
and I
because
think
Tegan found one that was like $700 or something.
Oh, yeah. And I think that my position on it then was fuck Battletoads.
Yeah, true enough. Fuck Battletoads.
Rocky, I watched some TV that was not The Good Place.
What? That's
you don't
impossible.
Say. That sounds insane. What did you watch, man?
A TV show called AP Bio?
Not with the Dennis, right? And he's like a teacher, not teacher.
Why would you watch an advanced placement course? AP Biology is interesting, yes, but I don't think it's TV worthy.
Well, it's about a man who was teaching at the Harvards, and he fails to get tenure, and he, like, freaks out at his, like, tenure hearing, and so he gets fired, and so he, like, goes to...
Are you only up for tenure once?
Yeah, it's kind of...
No,
well,
you
depending
can...
on the place,
Wait.
like... They can either, like, choose to, like, continue to fuck you over and be like, maybe one day your day will come, or they could dump you on the street, so that way they can find somebody that they can get even cheaper as an adjunct, and they'll be like, now you are forced to, like, go work at an Arby's. You know, just, like... Yeah. Basically, academia sucks.
But not My Hero Academia.
My Hero Academia is great.
My Hero Academia.
Up for best anime of the year.
Yeah.
And
okay, but anyways,
at
AP
last
Bio.
check, that show is not forcing anyone to work at Arby's. So this guy, he he returns to the city of his birth and is like crashing at his like. We get the impression he has not appropriately dispositioned his deceased mother's like house, because like he just moves into like his dead mom's house, which like gives us the impression that he's like a terrible son because he hasn't taken care of any of this stuff. And he
what the hell? Take care of the stuff.
And so he gets a job at this like high school where like Patton Oswalt plays the principal, and he's like, I'll be a teacher, and so that way you can talk about how you have a guy who worked at Harvard at your high school. And he like runs around. Oh God, and not Cleveland. I need other C towns in Ohio, like C cities.
Cincinnati.
They got another one. Like they're all
Columbus?
C towns. I think it's Cincinnati. Okay, so it's Cincinnati. So he's like running around Cincinnati, hating it, and like.
I mean, to be fair, I've lived in Cincinnati. It's an event. I don't know that I would ever like. A lot of people do choose to live in Cincinnati, but like, there aren't enough trees. There's a lot of crime.
Oh man. Yeah, I don't know about where Brian lives in Arizona, but trees are not a common occurrence where I live.
What? How do you live without trees? How do you make your oxygen?
Well, Tegan, we live in a desert biome and we have mountain air. That's what we do. That's my life.
So your air comes down fresh from the mountain. Like mountain spring
it's
water.
more like
Ooh.
it's just hanging around the mountain. It's actually thinner air than usual, to the point where they thought I had asthma when I was really young, instead of just like saying, oh wait, we live at a 5,000 feet above sea level, so it might just be the altitude.
I don't know if I can legally visit you, Rocky. I don't think I would survive.
Nebraska Con it is. That's what we're going to end up doing.
So this guy doesn't really teach the AP bio. He just like walks into his classroom, tells the kids to shut up, throws apples at his trash can, and then misses.
Sounds like he's having a great day.
He is definitely having a super great day. The reason I think I liked what I watched so far is that it feels a lot like the first season of Community.
Okay.
Before the show got really weird and meta. Because like there was a point where like pretty quickly Community got pretty far up its own ass. And I mean, I liked it. I liked being up its own ass, but like if you were ever in that show for the concept from like year one, like it did not take long for them to be like doing bits where they're doing parodies of Goodfellas while stealing chicken fingers. And
well, about that, the reason that actually happened is really interesting. So in season 1 of Community, it actually shared a time slot with Glee. Like Glee was on Fox and Community was on NBC, and you might want to go back and watch it, but like outside of like if you strip away like the concept, like the community college and the singing from Glee, they're both kind of the same show. And so what happened is that Glee ended up making like bigger musical numbers, and Community got really meta. Like that was their responses, because the two shows ended up having to differentiate themselves. And ultimately, Glee won the time slot because, musical television, and Community got moved to Thursdays. And then it had to compete with the Thursday lineup of the end of 30 Rock and the heyday of Parks and Recreation.
And
so, like,
much more tellingly and much more awfully on CBS, the Bang Bang Theory.
No, come on, dude. Like, we have a podcast. The one request that I have that we do not discuss that travesty of a television show on purpose.
Big Bang Theory. I think it's funny.
Okay, I'm logging off. I'm going home. Like, Tegan, please, I swear to God.
It's cool that we did a podcast that lasted 1 week short of a year.
What's wrong? It's funny.
It is not.
Valentine's Day is over.
Like, Valentine's Day is canceled.
Oh no, I canceled Valentine's Day. All because I like a show about some dorky scientists. My bad.
No. Okay, the scientists, man, like they're people and whatnot, and like the whole conceit of the show is Middle America laughing at like intelligent people for being into nerd shit, and like that's fucked up, and like it makes me upset.
Okay, that's not why I like it. I like it because I am that nerd, and I understand that's how it looks from the outside, but like my sister is Penny, and like always jumping in with stupid comments until she starts to get it, and then she's like, oh no, I'm talking like a nerd. And, like, that's the part that's funny.
See, that's the shit that stresses me out about that show, is the whole idea that, like, the fact that, like, the idea that sounding well-spoken or sounding like you know what you're talking about would ever be something that anybody would ever be nervous or cautious about is a shitty place for us to be as a society, and also to, like, conflate. And because Reddit is also a place that makes me angry, and I don't like the people there, but that we've gotten to a place where we conflate intelligence with being like awkward or socially ostracized is what has led to us also having this like terrible like nerd entitlement culture, because that's also kind of a byproduct of all this shit, is that when you're like, oh, all these people are the same, and it's like, well, no, some of these people are people who just happen to know how to string a sentence together. And then there's this whole other tribe of people who think that they're owed the earth because they like Green Lantern. And those people are bad. And when you just throw them all in the same bin, it sucks. It just...
I think it's funny when they get all excited and they start talking about stuff, like using all of the language that they know about the subject that they're talking about, and everyone else on the outside is just like, what are they saying? They're speaking English, but I don't understand it. Because, like, that's how it looks sometimes, is like, Alex and I will be talking about something, like, gaming-wise, and we can just see people walking by going, they're speaking another language and I don't understand. And it's so funny, but, like, I think it's really, I like seeing people when they're really enthused with stuff, and I think it's even cuter when there are people on the outside who are like, I don't understand, but, like, I want to kind of understand, but, like, dang, my only defense mechanism for this is to make fun of you because now I feel stupid.
You see,
like,
and that's God.
I think
that's my beef.
That's the problem.
That's literally my beef with the show.
Yeah.
I think it's silly because Penny's like, I don't mind it when it's Penny doing it. I mind it when it's, like, other intelligent characters being shitty to the intelligent characters. Like, that part annoys me.
Yeah.
But, like, Penny's just innocent and dumb and, you know, like, this isn't her world at the beginning. And so, like, her getting into it, I think is one of the more important journeys in the show.
But Tegan, that was 7 years ago.
And that's why I
we're
like
in
Big
season
Bang
10
Theory.
of the show now.
Send
Do you
me your
like it
hate
when they
mail
go
at the
Bazinga?
Tumblr. Huh?
Do you like it when they go Bazinga?
I do like it when they go Bazinga. I love Sheldon. I love
God
Sheldon.
damn it. I actually really don't like Sheldon. Like, as a character. As a person, he's fine. But, like...
I know.
I don't know. I feel like they just made him into the sassy character, in response to, like, how unrelatable they made him as a character. That he is someone that he's designed to not be relatable as a person more often than not. And so they made him sassy so that we can laugh.
I understand it, but they've all found love, and they're all getting married, and they all have, like, girlfriends who make them happy, and they're in healthy relationships for the most part.
And
like,
the thing that frustrates me is that there's this whole idea that, like, that there's a normal that these people need to conform to, and that, like, the way that they live their lives and what makes them happy is all wrong and aberrant and broken.
I don't think that it shows it as wrong and stuff. It just shows it as it is. Geeky and fun. And they're having fun, who cares?
Like, Sheldon is, like...
I love Sheldon.
He's obviously supposed to be portrayed as, like, being pained by, like, his inability to make, quote, correct or right emotional and physical connections with people, and it just it's.
But have you ever been disconnected from people like that? It's frustrating. It is painful.
No, right, but the thing is that what they do with the show is that I don't think it's honestly portrayed as much as they poke fun at it, and that's my beef. They're not trying to make you understand Sheldon as a person. They're trying to throw Sheldon's quirks at you and tell you to laugh at them.
The show wants us to believe that there is a right way to connect with people. And that is...
Sheldon has been doing it wrong.
Yeah.
Sheldon has been doing it wrong. The thing is, there's a societally assumed correct way for people to interact with each other. And the fact that Sheldon doesn't understand that has more to do with the way his brain is made up than anything else. It's not a comment on, he's, shitty. It's, this is how he sees the world. He understands it's different. He doesn't really get why it's important to make connections the same way that other people do until he has other people that he values in his life.
So, the show is ultimately a celebration of conformity.
No, because I feel like he develops his own way of communicating with the people he cares about that's still true to him, but that other people then understand. So I don't think it's about conformity. I think it's both about putting in the additional effort to be social in a situation where normally you wouldn't be, and the reception of that effort by other people. It's a two-way communication. Which is how all communication should be, but It's okay, we don't all have to like the show. I can just like the show on my own. I'm fine with that. I like things, and I'm okay with liking them. I don't understand Community, if that makes you feel any better.
It does, actually. Just a little bit. Yeah,
I think that any part of either of the runs of those two shows being associated with somebody's youth is enough to make me feel old. I'm going to walk into the desert past a cow skull and die.
Why are there always cow skulls in the desert? Where's the rest of the cow? Do the bones disappear faster than the skull? Because that wouldn't make sense because a lot of your bones are denser than your skull.
100 cow skeletons jump out of a Conestoga wagon.
Oh, Jesus.
But anyway, yeah, AP Bio is good, the end. That was a giant detour. I'm not going to bother to circle back to the central points.
Oh boy, I'm sorry. No worries. Tegan, it's more of a consideration of time than it is of anything else. We could always cut out everything. We could just cut out the entirety of the Big Bang sidetrack.
That's perfect. Slightly more on topic for a video game podcast. Swery announced that he's relaunching the crowdfunding campaign for The Good Life, and I am looking forward to trying to give him my money again. We'll see how it goes this time.
What's The Good Life?
It's Swery's new game, which is like a mashup of...
it's like a mashup of Animal Crossing meets Twin Peaks.
I was going to say Professor Layton meets Animal Crossing.
I like that. I know Professor Layton and Animal Crossing. That's a thing I can relate to.
There's like an investigative mystery. I'm pretty sure there's a murder, but also it's like a slice of life, like town and stuff. And at night, people turn into cats. That's what we know about it.
At night, they turn into cats? I want to live in this world where I can be a cat at night. I'd be so cute and fluffy.
Well, all you need to do, Tegan, is to you yourself give Swery some of your money, and to find other people that would also be willing to give Swery their money, and then he'll make the game.
Nice.
That's where we're at. He tried it last year, and he fell short of his goal.
He launched it on Fig, which is like less of a high-profile crowdfunding platform than Kickstarter, and I think some people were having trouble getting their arms around what the game was. And I'm like, wait a minute. I could become an alcoholic and I have to buy tampons? I'm in. And
is that not your life currently?
It is
not.
Aw,
dang.
But
that was going to be a sick burn, and then it wasn't.
I liked all the stuff about like the photography and having to pay off debt and like the whole idea of like a game where your character is like doing odd jobs in order to make their credit card bills, all while trying to solve this murder and all the cat shit. I was like, this game seems amazing. And
all the cat shit.
Like, it's cuckoo banana pants. But that's what he does. He does it really well. Like, have either of you guys ever played any sweary games before?
I played a bit of D4.
Okay.
I didn't play.
I'm going to logically say no.
Well, then, Tegan, there are two good choices for you as somebody who has access to a Xbox One. You could either play Deadly Premonition, because that's available via backwards compatibility, or you could play D4. I think that D4 would probably be a better choice. It's a good place to start. Both are totally cuckoo banana pants. Super great. Totally cannot wait for this. It is like one of my most anticipated games, like, period. Like, I need this in my fucking veins.
Here's hoping for 2019.
Oh, please. Oh, my God. I could be dead by then, Rocky.
Remember.
I could be dead by
well,
wow.
Well, yeah. Like, I mean, Trump's trying to run military parades and stuff. Like, someone might misfire. Who knows, man?
Pain in my spirit.
Okay. Well, let's use that pain, Tegan. What we're gonna do? We're gonna dive into the news. Lovely news on Valentine's night. So, guys, we got a report from Information. It's a news service that requires a subscription. Not a prescription. We're not giving you drugs. We're just giving you the information for free. The report is that Google is working on a subscription-based gaming streaming service delivered either over Google's Chromecast devices or via a totally new Google-made gaming console. The service is codenamed Yeti. And it would be similar to streaming services like PlayStation Now, where users would pay a subscription fee to access a collection of games which are run on a remote device and streamed over the internet. The information notes that an early version of this service was designed to work over a Chromecast, which is weird because it's unclear how a game controller would ever hook up to a Chromecast. But more recently, Google has reportedly started experimenting with a Google-developed game console and controller. The project is being led by two Google hardware executives, Mario Quiros, VP of Product Management, and Majid Bakar, who is VP of Engineering. So if this ever sees the light of day, new hardware seems likely. The new service has reportedly been in development for 2 years, and it's so far along that Google reportedly considered launching it for the holiday 2017 season. However, for a reason that has not been described, the project was delayed. And Google has started and canceled gaming projects in the past, and right now there's no telling if we'll actually see this released. But Google did just hire Phil Harrison, who spent 15 years as an executive in Sony's PlayStation division and 3 years in Microsoft's Xbox division. So here's hoping.
What do you guys think about all this?
Honestly, it seems like hot information, and it'd be cool if something came of it, but I don't have any hopes up.
I don't know if I'm okay with a Chromecast. I don't know.
But what about just a straight-up Google console? Because Google's like dipping into phones, and I'm not really sure how those are doing.
I feel like Pixel. The Pixel's great. The Pixel's selling well, and there are minimal complaints over it because all that bloatware that other services put on your phone, you know, because they want you to use their email and their whatever. Like, it's all Google stuff. So it comes with your Gmail and your regular Google stuff on there, and not a secondary email service and stuff.
That's solid.
I want a Pixel.
I get that.
I want a Pixel bad. I think they're cool. Anyway, I don't know. I think it's okay. But when I think of a Google, like, console, I just think of my computer. You know? Like...
Yeah.
I don't know.
It does seem like familiar territory, like, you know, the Steam Box and whatnot, that really didn't do that well. Mm-hmm. But the Steam Box had its own problems. Like, its price point was really weird.
But if you
it wasn't competitive.
If you're mixing, like, a Google console with, say, a Google Glass that you can use at home in tandem with the console, I think that would make the virtual reality experience way better.
Okay. Wait, but Google Glass is killed, I think. Like, I don't think it's real anymore.
Well, it's not real, but they still have all that tech. Like, they still know how they did it. So, just because it's killed as a marketable non-gaming product doesn't mean they couldn't turn around and market it as a gaming product in conjunction with whatever their system is.
I think that the biggest problem with this thing, as far as, like, you know, streaming implementation goes, because this seems to be driven by streaming, is so much of the world has dog shit as far as internet connectivity goes. Like, like hell, there are even vast swaths of the United States where just a man trying to record a podcast will turn into a GoBot for 30 minutes.
Well, maybe this is part of their ploy to, like, you know, take over the world, because Google's trying. And they try using this or pushing it specifically in, like, fiber markets at first until, like, fiber gets bigger.
I also see this as being, like, kind of a corollary to, you know, some of the moves that Microsoft has been making with Xbox Game Pass. Like, Microsoft lets you download the games as part of Game Pass. You don't have to stream them. So what might be interesting, and I wonder if there's a way to implement this. I don't know enough about the way things work, and I'd love if someone would write in and tell me, Brian, that's real, or Brian, you're dumb. Is there a way to download the game, but then continue to stream the processing required to run said game? Like, let's say I wanted to download Middle-earth Shadow of War because I wanted to make some microtransactions or redeem codes given to me by Totino's. Could I download the game, but then stream the processing capability required to run it? Like, I don't know if that would require significantly less bandwidth and require less, like, robust internet connection. Like, these are things I want to know. Or
would it already be tied into YouTube streaming? Because YouTube does streaming now, too. Being a Google product.
Or maybe something like the NVIDIA Shield, which is designed to stream stuff from your PC now, but it also has a capability of running any game that would run on a Tegra X1 chip natively, which, you know, means that you get some, like, kind of, like, interesting stuff. Like, the NVIDIA Shield in China just had, like, some Nintendo titles released, like, legitimately with the blessing of Nintendo. I think it was like Twilight Princess and Super Mario Galaxy are running on the Shield. And that's because, like, the Tegra X1 is also the same chip which is in the Nintendo Switch. So if the hardware that Google releases is something which is kind of like an NVIDIA Shield style solution, meaning that, like, for more technically demanding games, it's offloading the processing to, like, a cloud. And then for stuff which is, like, less technically demanding, there's, like, a hard drive and it can run that stuff locally. Then it seems like that'd be, like, an interesting market position. Like, I don't know. Like, I mean, I guess we'll see.
Yeah, it sounds like it. I'm excited. I hope they don't kill it.
I'm always in favor of more competition, not less.
De sure. I also welcome Google as our information overlords, considering they know all my stuff, and I'm cool with them knowing all my stuff.
Tegan, please.
Google, insert a chip into my brain so I have access to the internet all the time, and I'll do whatever. I don't even care. Just give it to me. Give
Rocky,
me the chip.
I think we're being trolled. Jesus. We're being trolled.
Give me the chip!
I hope so.
This isn't real. This isn't...
I hope it's not real,
10
man.
10 extra points if it tastes
For
like
all of our
Cheetos.
sakes.
Yeah, this is... Yeah, not real.
Yeah, there we go.
10 out of 10 real. I would let Google insert a chip into my brain. Anyway, so in Overwatch news, Giggity is going to be joining the Shanghai Dragons. Woo! South Korean Overwatch off-tank Kim Giggity Seyoon, formerly of ROK's Orcas, is set to join the Shanghai Dragons this Overwatch League and become the first female player to join the league. Joining Giggity will be Element Mystic, Tank Captain Lee Fearless Yusuk. I'm sorry, I can't pronounce Korean names, but I'm trying. And MVP Space Flex Cheon Ado Kihyun. I'm sorry. All of my friends who study Korean are going to be pissed, but I'm trying. Sources said, the 3 South Korean players will be joined by a 4th unknown Chinese player to round out the Dragons roster, should the deal go through. Giggity's move to the Dragons will not only mark the first time a lady will compete in Blizzard's Overwatch League, she's also one of only a few women competing professionally in esports at the highest level of their respective game. We're expecting an official announcement from the Shanghai Dragons within the next few weeks. Shanghai has had a disastrous debut in the inaugural Overwatch League season. They're currently sitting in last in the standings without a match victory so far, accumulating a 4-33 map record and a 0-8 match record. The addition of Giggity, Fearless, and Ado will give the Chinese-based organization some much-needed improvements in crucial areas.
I'm really glad that Giggity is a part of the league now. I dislike that she had to join the worst performing team as to get there. Like, that really sucks. Because Shanghai Dragons have been getting roasted by everyone and their mother.
I feel like at this point, Shanghai Dragons are just like, what the fuck? We can't do any worse. Let's go ahead and hire the girl. And if the girl comes in and fucking takes them up any placements, I think that, 1, everyone else is going to feel stupid. And 2, the Shanghai Dragons are going to try and say, like, oh yeah, we just got better. We didn't need the girl.
Yeah. That's one of the things that I'm worried about. Also, they're 0-9 now. Like,
oh, Jesus.
There's another game since that happened. They lost to Dallas Fuel, giving Dallas Fuel their second win. Dallas Fuel, who was going to be potentially one of the top 4 teams, is actually 2-7 right now.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, it's really hilarious. But I'm really happy for Giggity. Like, and I hope that she does well in the Overwatch League. And I don't particularly care for the Shanghai Dragons, but I'll be like low-key rooting for them because Giggity's there. Mm-hmm. And I think these additions will really help because their front line has actually been really weak, and that's why they haven't been able to get anything done.
Brian?
Now, you guys will have to remind me, are the Shanghai Dragons the team?
Yes, the McDonald's team.
Yes.
That was. I'm glad you knew my question.
McDonald's. Yep.
That's on brand.
Once again, we have food at home.
Oh, Are you sure we have food at home?
Actually, that's what the...
Because so far I've had
Yes.
2 chocolate-covered pretzels and a Mountain Dew Kickstart.
Well, Tegan, you know that we got groceries. Like, you can take some meat out and defrost it, and you can make a real
that
meal.
takes, like, time.
You know, the Shanghai Dragons skins really do just make Bastion look like some kind of fucking GoBot.
They do!
They really do.
I don't know how they managed to make a robot design look cheap and shitty just by changing the colors, but
they did it.
Congrats. I don't know, like
in modern animation.
I kind of, I mean, I hope this goes well, obviously, like, but I've the kind of the place that I've settled into with the Overwatch League and kind of our coverage of Overwatch League is that, like, I wish Blizzard was doing better. Like, I feel like I have not been compelled to watch Overwatch League. Like, I feel kind of disconnected from, like, the way they're managing esports in general right now. Like, I know that they were doing some stuff in the last year in an effort to kind of, like, revitalize StarCraft by putting StarCraft out for free. That was kind of them acknowledging that, like, StarCraft 2 wasn't where they wanted it to be. But
I didn't read it that way.
Really? Okay.
But yeah. But I'll comment in a bit. Just finish your thing.
And, like, some of the stuff in the last Hearthstone expansion really fucked up the Hearthstone scene. Like, so much so that, like, I still need to get to, like, rank 20 for this month so I can get my card back. And then, like, once I get to rank 20, I'm done again for the month. Like, there's some fundamental changes that need to be made to ranked in Hearthstone. Both to make watching Hearthstone good again, as well as making Hearthstone good again to play. And, like, Heroes of the Storm is a mess. Heroes of the Storm is like that fucking kid who tries to put a slice of pizza in his wallet. You know, it's bad. It's no fun. It's no fun to watch. Like, I just watch Heroes of the Storm, and I feel like announcers might as well be saying, like, and I think that's a cannonball? I don't know. Like, all the maps are different. Fuck it, I'm gonna get a soda. Like, Overwatch is the closest thing to being coherent, but I kind of feel like the Overwatch League is kind of being run like a more incompetent version of the WWE. You kind of get the impression that, like, the management structure is genuinely shitty and evil, but it doesn't just have the same, like, laser precision that, like, say, Vince McMahon does. So, I don't know. Like, I just wish it was better. I can't tell you how I wish it was better because I haven't put that much thought into it. I just don't want it to be trash. In summary, bazinga.
So, about that, like, I feel like the Overwatch League has actually been pretty well managed in general. We've definitely been reporting on how they've let certain things slip through the cracks. Like, that's definitely how our reporting what's gone. But to be fair, like, they're running a brand new international organization with sponsorships, agent contracts, franchising fees, and new merch. It's set to be profitable in 2018. I think it's supposed to, like, turn a profit, I think, in August of next year. The viewership is actually really strong. They have a strong partnership with Twitch. They are broadcasting the same games in, I believe, 4 different markets. Because it's North America, South America, Europe, and Asia. And but overall, the league has done really well. It has a significant engagement with the player base, which is already pretty big. And I'm not sure how many people it's getting into Overwatch, which is an entirely different thing. But this is also the first year of the league, and they're still trying to figure out how to sell Overwatch more. The same way that, like, over time the NFL had to learn how to sell football to people. Yeah. But there are things about it, like, you know, like the gender representation. To how some of the characters or uniforms looked, and, like, uniforms, like, are going to, like, fail sometimes. Like, I'm not super worried about how Shanghai Dragons looks right now. Like, I'm totally comfortable laughing at them. But if they look just as bad, like, 3-5 years from now, then we have real problems. But I don't expect those to persist as problems. They're going to draft new uniforms/skins next year. That'll just be a thing that happens. I'm actually surprised because Riot actually did the smart thing, and they only made uniforms for like teams that made it into like the top 4, and then they sold those skins. While like Blizzard tried to cash in all at once, and like obviously there's problems with that. You live and you learn. StarCraft Original going free, I don't actually think that's them giving up on how StarCraft 2 worked. I still think that that's part of their bid to try to get esports into the Olympics by presenting like StarCraft and making it more accessible to like everyone. Like they can't make StarCraft 2 free right now, and not 2 as an OO, but like 2 as the number 2. But they could make the original one that's been out for like forever to try to get people interested in the space, and people who want to invest can pick up StarCraft 2 and catch up with the current meta. Because while I dislike StarCraft 2 as a game, like competitive or casual, I do think as a precise art is something that could fit for the Olympics, much like fencing or, judo, where a single motion or single miscalculated movement can cost you like your win. So I don't know. At least that's the way that I see it. I'm not super worried about how Blizzard is actually running the Overwatch League. I know there are things that we should call them out on, and for the most part, that is what's been happening. And as long as they continue to develop, then they should be okay. Because at the moment, what they're focusing on is surviving their first year, and they're doing that really well.
How come I can't get no Lost Vikings as an esport?
Lost Vikings? Are you serious? Who plays that game? Like, it's cool and all, but like it doesn't have the audience.
Okay.
And like if they're going to put forth a game as a hope for esports, they want people to tune in. They don't want people to tune out because like, oh, there's video games on the screen now. I guess this is weird. I'll come back later.
Well, I guess the only option then is going to be pro honey pop, but
no. No. Pro Animal Crossing.
Jesus, who can build the house the fast? What is the Animal Crossing speed run? What does that entail?
Building the house the fastest and getting a perfect score from the Happy Homes Academy.
Oh my god. I don't know if you could do that like as an Olympic event. Maybe if you have certain like maybe you find the arrangement of furniture.
If you do it over the course of the Olympics, so like it starts day 1 and then like before the closing ceremonies, that's the score you're judged on.
So you have 2 weeks to get the maximum size house and a perfect score from the Happy Home Academy.
Mm-hmm.
I think that folks will care more about esports if there's a mustachioed douchebag who wears tactical sunglasses on the internet. I think that's what you need. Tegan, that's how we get people to care about pro Animal Crossing. We get Dr. Disrespect to do it.
I flat out refuse. I refuse to acknowledge this horrible future.
So,
where Dr. Disrespect is streaming Animal Crossing?
Where Dr. Disrespect is back on Twitch. Tell me it's not so, Brian.
I regret to inform you that Dr. Disrespect has returned to Twitch.
Well, it is time to kill myself.
Oh, God.
Tegan, that seems a little rash.
Darkest timeline!
Just a little bit.
So, anyway, as a nice dovetail to our earlier conversation about the return of fucking Logan Paul to the YouTubes, internet douchebag Dr. Disrespect, who you may remember from winning Trending Gamer at the Game Awards and then like piecing out of Twitch like a week later because he's like, I have to go work on my marriage. I've been cheating on my wife. Wow. Has returned, and when he returned to fucking Twitch, Twitch generated so much traffic that it crashed the site. Good for him. And right now, generally when he's streaming, he's getting more than 350,000 concurrent viewers. It's peaked north of like 380, 400,000, but it's generally 350 at a time. And so he alleges that this video he made in December was out of character, but when he announced that he was returning to Twitch, it was this kind of weird video where it was like shot like a beheading video from ISIS, where there's a person standing behind him like they're going to cut his head off, and he's like, what I didn't tell you all is that my wife is a terrorist assassin and all this shit. And it's like, what are you doing? Was this all a bit? Was this just you trying to find a way to take a month off that you think wouldn't like impact your ratings? Was this a bit to take a vacation?
Might have been a bit to take a vacation.
If so, that's kind of shitty. Actually,
yeah. Oh yeah, but like so is Dr. Disrespect.
And he's also been getting some like, I think, needed attention for his ongoing willingness to do like a shitty joke Chinese accent on his channel. There's a whole bit where his viewers ask him speak Chinese, and he does the whole ching chong ping pong bit as if this was like acceptable. His response to the criticism has been, Chinese people love it when I do it, and you're blowing things out of proportion. And went on to say that people were overreacting to when PewDiePie dropped the N-bomb. So hey everybody, Dr. Disrespect is back in all our lives.
Once again, this is because he has an audience. And the behavior won't change until his numbers change. And I don't know how to actively like stop people from watching Dr. Disrespect, because he does a lot of the things that streamers are supposed to do. You know, he shows up on time. He has a reliable schedule. He interacts with his fans. He has recurring bits and jokes that he makes with people, and he's good at what he does. He's pretty good at PUBG. And I mean, if there's other streamers that we should, you know, hype up in place of Dr. Disrespect, I am completely willing to do so. I would like to grow those people's audiences, but I don't know enough about it.
There's like a weird, like, I think that you guys are probably both too young to remember this, because, you know, like, as has previously been discussed on the show, either I'm 100 or you're 4. One of the two. But there's a movie that was called Alien versus Predator.
Yes.
And on the posters for that movie, there was the line, whoever wins, we lose.
Yeah.
And there's been this whole, like, thing going back and forth between Dr. Disrespect and then other noted shithead Tyler 1.
Fuck that guy.
Yeah, fuck that guy. Because that was a guy who had, like, he had what Riot was calling at the time a lifetime ban from League of Legends. And then he's like, hey, Riot, I've reformed. And somebody at Riot was like, yeah, sure, we'll accept your claim that you're reformed. Basically because you pull down ridiculously gigantic numbers and, you know, and help feed the well-oiled machine that is League of Legends. And so, like, there was literally a day where on his channel, Dr. Disrespect was doing his shitty fake pigeon, like, Chinese accent. And then on Tyler's channel, he was taking a break between matches to answer viewer questions from the chat. And one of the questions was, I'm a really fat woman, what should I do? And he responded with, you obese bitch, you should stop putting food in your fucking mouth.
That sounds like Tyler won.
Yep, everybody. Yep.
Okay, but Brian, this is what I'm saying. Like, this is the important part of this. I understand that faves are problematic, and that's definitely a thing that is been around forever. But what I'm asking is that if we don't want people to watch Dr. Disrespect or Tyler 1, if we don't want to give these people this platform, there are still people that want to watch people play their games. So what we need to find is an alternative. We need non-problematic faves. And I think that's something that we should offer in place of like why are we giving this guy attention? Let's maybe watch this person instead. Like, they're pretty good and they don't come with the bullshit. Because honestly, I feel that if people still got the same kind of entertainment without the shenanigans, they would just pick that. That's all that would really happen.
I am happy to recommend people watch Loading Ready Run, Extra Credits. Those are both great channels. Yeah. True. Excellent content. They might not be everybody's brand of vodka, but they're good stuff. Recently, Jeff Gershman streamed the whole of Garfield Lasagna World Tour for PS2.
Oh my god.
And it was fucking legitimate. It was important.
It was strong, Brian.
There are definitely choices out there. Oh yeah, it was strong. It was strong. Tegan, how do you feel about the nightmare future where Dr. Disrespect, Tyler 1, and Logan Paul are all part of the cultural zeitgeist?
It's time to die.
Or we could kick them out of the cultural zeitgeist. Like, it's not an instant thing. Like, we don't have the power to do that.
It's just, I'm gonna die. I'm just gonna die. No, God, make it go away. Please, no. God, no. I don't have the fortitude for this nonsense.
But Tegan, no one's punching you in the face. You need willpower. And that's the tech.
My willpower is going to try and keep our entire society from falling apart. If the video games fall apart too, I'm just gonna die.
Video game. Okay, so guys, I don't know what's happening, but like, video games are fine, man. Like,
but
video games are bigger than
shit.
No, they're not. That's not the thing. See, that's what I mean. Like, video games are bigger than they've ever been, and as an unlikely side effect, the video game villains are as big as they've ever been. Like, it's no longer like one dickhead in a basement terrorizing your friends because he's not winning at Smash Bros. Like, it's a grown-ass man who's on, like, the internet who's talking to 350,000 people at a time. And that's annoying.
Wait, so what you're saying is we need to fight them with the greatest of video games heroes. Okay,
yes, so that's exactly what I'm saying.
So we need to enlist Markiplier, Jacksepticeye, the Game Grumps. Minimum.
Right. We need to find the biggest video game heroes. We need to scour the earth to find the next heroes of video games and put them in the fight that they're supposed to be in. That's what I'm saying.
Okay. That's fair. Okay. I vote those three at the minimum. I say three. Game Grumps has like 6 people on it, but you know.
I mean, they come and go, honestly. But I think that's something that I'd be interested in doing. Like, in addition to, like, highlighting the true nonsense that video games are capable of, we try to highlight and shine a light on some of their heroes. Speaking of shit news, guys, so the co-creator of Counter-Strike has been charged with paying a minor for sex.
Woo! When we go to jail, we go to jail big.
So Seattle police have officially charged Counter-Strike co-creator Jess Cliff with commercial sexual abuse of a minor, as detailed in a police report. Cliff is accused of paying a 16-year-old girl for sex and for recording a sexual encounter the two had against her will. The investigation began after police started talking to the girl, identified in the criminal reports as AC, her initials. AC told police that she had sex with Cliff at least 3 times between April and June of 2017 while she was 16. She says Cliff paid her $300 per hour during their encounters. It was on one of those occasions that Cliff filled the two of them together against her will. Cliff's lawyer, Zachary Wagnild, confirmed, as reported by Ars Technica, the two had sex, but that Cliff did not know she was underage. Even if the facts are true as claimed, this was a meeting on an adult website, said Wagnild. He was not looking for underage women and had no idea this woman was underage. Cliff admits to compensating several quote-unquote dates as a monetary amount for her quote-unquote time across several dating websites. So, biggest villains, man. That's where we're at. Like, what's Ty up to these days? Whatever, we're not going to detract. This guy's a shithead. Are you fucking kidding me? Yeah, there's no silver lining to this story, except for hopefully this dude goes to jail.
There's no Steam marketplace in hell, motherfucker.
The Steam marketplace is only in hell, and it's full of the shit games.
No, this is worse than Steam marketplace, like significantly so. Fuck this guy. I don't see this having any kind of meaningful impact on Valve because it's not like they make video games anymore.
I mean,
it's like
damn.
that. It really is like that, though. Holy shit. Oh, man. Okay. Well, I don't want to talk about this anymore. Do we have anything to talk about? Just anything at all?
Who wants a hot rumor? I think we can begin with a hot rumor.
Is it a good rumor or a bad rumor?
I feel like the rumor is half full. I don't know.
The rumor come out?
Okay. The rumor come out.
Oh.
Brian, what's the rumor? Hit us with it, man.
So a like low rent video game website, and I mean this in the sense that like they're definitely not one of those ones that like people run to for their coverage. Trusted Reviews alleges that they got a hold of a leak late last year related to some internal stuff for Red Dead Redemption 2. Now, They did a pretty good job, like, making the case for the fact that the leak that they got a hold of was real and good, because there was some stuff from that leak which has already been validated by the coverage of Red Dead Redemption 2, including, like, one of the things that was leaked to Trusted Reviews last year was the name of the central character and what he would look like. Like, their leaker told him, the main character's name will be Arthur Morgan, and this is what he looks like. And sure enough, it turned out the main character's name was Arthur Morgan, and that was what he looked like. Like, so there's already been stuff which they were told, which has already been validated. So they got a hold of some information regarding, like, Red Dead Redemption 2, which includes, like, the main character names of Arthur Morgan and Dutch Vanderlind. And that, like, the game is going to have a huge open world and will include Armadillo and Ridgewood. And they're going to add the ability to ride on trains, including to the hand-drawn carriages, minecarts, and handcarts. But probably the biggest thing to come out of this leak is some detail regarding the multiplayer modes in the game, which will include Revive, Survive, and Money Grab, which were modes from Red Dead 1's multiplayer. But, drum roll please put on your helmets. Battle Royale! 100 cowboys ride into the Old West.
I'm down. That sounds like fun.
100 cowboys exit the saloon. Let's be real. They're not riding anywhere. They're just exiting the saloon.
They jump out of a Conestoga.
No, 100 cowboys jump off of a train.
Jump out of a station wagon.
Okay.
God.
It could be cool. Like, I mean, I know Battle Royale is, like, what's hot right now. I mean, didn't we get, like, 2 announcements, like, this past week?
Yeah, there were 2. I mean, in addition to, like, did we talk a couple weeks ago when that, like, Twisted Metal meets Battle Royale game got announced, where it was, like,
I think we joked about it.
Yes, because like 1 week we made a joke about 100 cars jumping out of a plane, and then the next week 100 cars jump out of a plane got announced.
Whew! I guess we're the leakers now.
But there were 2 Battle Royale games announced this week on the same day. There was one called Egress, and like, if the game couldn't just... The game was like, hey, look everybody, we're Battle Royale, but we're also Dark Souls. We're the Dark Souls of Battle Royale. And they put out like a 60-second trailer where it just, for the most part, looks like this like neon-soaked cyberpunky looking thing. And then you see a guy do like a fat roll like in Dark Souls, and you're like, oh, okay, I guess this is a thing. It's funny because like the YouTube comments for this video are all like, lol, your fat roll sucks. And then there was another one that got announced called Fear the Wolves, which is from some guys who worked on Stalker. And that one's going to be like 100 guys jump into irradiated Chernobyl.
Why? Why would they jump into irradiated Chernobyl? It seems like a bad idea.
Well, that's true, but that's what they're going to do. So, I don't know. Like, is there anything that you guys want to see come out of this whole, like, Battle Royale genre? Is there anything that you want to have happen before this thing peters out? Or if we are stuck with this genre forever, and it finally just has to find its place like every other genre, is there anything that you want to come out of it?
100 Cartoon Network characters come out of a TV.
Oh, God. The mashup of Cartoon Network and, like, Persona 4. So, one thing, like, when Nintendo inevitably catches the Battle Royale bug, I think it'd be kind of cool if we got, like, a full, like, Splatfest-style Battle Royale. If there was, like, a Battle Royale, like, no, not other way around. If there was a Splatfest that was specifically Battle Royale, where you'd pick your team, and instead of, like, just doing, like, the turf war matches, like, you get dropped into, like, a large-scale, like, Splatoon map, and you're just playing single Splat. That'd actually be really cool. Especially, like, since if it was a larger map, like, there'd be a lot more places to hide, and, like, you'd spend a lot of time, like, covering everything with ink, and some people would get bodied real quick. But then you'd see people, like, that would slowly maneuver around the map with, like, the ink. Or when you look at your map, if it works the same way, you would see bits of, like, color change, and that's how you would, like, try to spot people as they show up. I think that could be really interesting. Like a real 50v50 Splatoon Battle Royale. Mm-hmm.
I think I could also go for it executed like Metroid Prime. You know, first person... with a focus on mobility.
Okay.
That I could be into. And I'd say I'd like to see it done in the context of Halo, but since Bungie's not developing Halo anymore, I don't care.
You can't trust it.
I don't care.
Yeah.
And I definitely don't want them to add that shit to Destiny because Destiny is already a trash fire.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, you know, if Bungie was doing Halo, I'd love to see it in the context of Halo, because they always did really interesting stuff with map design. Is there... So 100 Cartoon Network characters jump out of a TV. Mm-hmm. Dibs on Lumpy Space Princess.
Okay.
Dibs on Double D.
Okay.
I'll take Blossom. I love Blossom.
Oh, God, never mind. I switched Blossom for Dexter.
What? You don't switch. You can't switch my character. Well, you have to switch your own character.
Yeah, I know. I mean, like, I'm putting back Double D and I'm taking Dexter.
You said you switched Blossom for Dexter. You're not Blossom. I'm Blossom.
Yeah, you can be Blossom. I'm going to be Dexter. I'm sorry I said it wrong.
I think this does kind of like dig in on a good idea, which is that I would love to see one of these things which is like very loud, very colorful, and uses very, very cartoon rules. Like, I would love to drop a piano on somebody in a Battle Royale game.
Wait. Hold on, never mind. I switched Dexter for Johnny Bravo. No, I switched Johnny Bravo for Samurai Jack. Final answer. I'm Samurai Jack. Yeah. That way, and I want like an emote where I can shout like who else wants some to like the whole map.
So I'm getting the sense that like one of these things feeling a lot like a cartoon is something that we could all go for.
Yeah. Which is why like I prefer like Battle Royale. Well, like Fortnite over like PUBG.
Yeah.
Because I don't need more gritty realism. Like it's fine.
Well, you know what has gritty realism? Terrible segues into our Steam segment.
Oh God. All right, what came out on Steam today, Brian? Oh wait, we want to count for Friday, right?
Friday's count is 66. Yep.
Okay, that's healthy.
And today, thus far, looks like we have 7.
Okay.
Today's hot titles include LIV Client.
Oh, jeez.
Is that a game?
The LIV Client is a free mixed reality compositing tool that simplifies and enhances mixed reality capture. It supports OpenVR. Yeah, it appears to be an app for developing VR crap.
All right.
Yep. Everybody needs that. Cute Hedgehog. It is 59 cents.
I like cute hedgehogs.
Cute Hedgehog is 59 cents. Cute Hedgehog is a story about a little hungry and harmless hedgehog who is forced to confront the world to earn for his living.
I relate. I do.
Cute Hedgehog is a story about hungry and harmless hedgehog. In this platform game, your main task is to pass levels for the hedgehog, avoiding various obstacles such as sharp cans and thorny plants. On each level, there is a certain amount of mushrooms, gathering which opens the door of the house of the hedgehog, after which you will automatically be taken to a new level. Be careful, the hedgehog has only one opportunity to collect all the mushrooms. If he happens to fall into some trap or contact any obstacle, he will die. Respectively, the level will restart. Good luck, and save finally a poor hedgehog from this hard world.
Oh, I don't want to kill a hedgehog. You're cute.
I actually want to help this hedgehog. He needs help, man.
Is this Sonic when he finally gets old?
No, it just looks like garbage instead.
Aww.
So that's a way to... Or you could spend 59 cents on Jump to the Circle.
No, I'm not going to do that.
Jump to the Circle is a pretty casual game where is a good balance between challenging gameplay and funny gameplay. This appears to be a mobile phone game port. Unity of the Four Elements, also 59 cents. A magical adventure, first-person view, first-person game. I'm glad that they say that twice. 3D graphics, lots of monsters, and great adventure. Prince Fordham again sets out on a dangerous adventure to save his beloved, who was kidnapped by evil demon of the towers, one of the lords of the lava kingdom. A magical adventure. Yep. This appears to use some like stock Unity assets that have kind of like a Minecrafty look.
Blah.
Yeah. Also, it says kill enemies, and enemies is misspelled. That's important. I like it. Apple Snake Halloween Adventure. You're going to really need to open your wallet for this one, coming in at the big price of $1.19.
Oh, geez, $1.19. I don't know if I can do it.
Tegan, you can. This is Apple Snake, motherfucker. Like, this is the real deal. Like, all right, look, spiders are trying to ruin Halloween in the forest.
But Halloweens are supposed to have spiders.
Okay. They're stealing all the ornaments. Snapple ready to go. Wait, I'm going to read that again because it doesn't make sense. Snapple ready to go on an adventure to save the holiday. Now, I'm confused. Wait, his name is Snapple?
Snake Apple. Snapple, yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, he's a snake with an apple on his tail. Wait, no, he's a snake made of apples. I'm now watching the footage of this game.
No.
All right, so they used a pre-built video asset of apples. And it looks like it's just like a little tiny JPEG of like an apple. and they just like run these things in a series. So this game is just Snake. And so you're like piloting this like row of apples around. Wow. This is real bad.
All right.
The rules are simple. Collect the parts of the holiday. Try not to be scared when you meet your dangerous enemies. Try not to be scared to death. True friends will definitely help. In the background, you will meet various locations. You will meet a various location. Beautiful backgrounds. 10 levels. 4 types of enemies. Relaxing music. Steam achievements. And support for Xbox controllers. Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Nature Fly. Which appears to be free. It is a virtual flight through nature that you see wonderful nature scenarios. Yep. And, oh great, it's a VR game that does not support Vive. So it's like, note, requires Oculus Rift headset. That's good. And then our last game for today, coming in at a whopping $4.99. Is Proletarian Budget Survival.
What?
Experience a breathtaking struggle for survival in lush forest on mountain peaks, as well as Eastern Bloc cities and Western towns. Proletarian Budget Survival takes place in a fictionalized Eastern European country where the Cold War never ended. Let's see here.
So it's like Papers, Please, but like with more work.
Nope. This appears to be $5 PUBG. The players spawn in at random locations and have to find their way to a safe area without the help of any map or artificial tools. While everyone gets loot from the proximity of their starting locations, more guns can be found nearby. On the way to the safe area, other players they walk across as every other player is a potential enemy, and only one can survive. God damn it, this is a fucking Battle Royale game. This is a $5 Battle Royale game.
Well, they got me. I got caught with the looky-loo. Like, I deserve that one.
Oh, no.
Oh, my God. This is literally the guy who, like, does the thing where he holds his hand down, and you're like, oh, what's that? And then he punches you. Like, this is that. This is that. As a game.
Oh, God. As a game? Oh, no.
You're like, oh, what's this one? And you're like, is this going to be your average Steam trash? And it's like, well, yes, it is your average Steam trash, but also. God damn it. Good for them. Oh, and it's in early access, too, to boot.
Early access. $5 for early access. It doesn't sound that bad. Okay. So that's what came out on Steam today, right?
Yep.
Okay. So it turns out, because I've been slacking on the Twitter, I'm so sorry to everyone involved, that we actually have some mail, and some of it has been, post-dated. So we're going to address that today. Brian and Tegan's cats are going to grade your mail, and we'll get into that in a moment. All right, so our first piece of mail comes from @JojoFs, friend of the show, Joe Spiro, and he hits us with a question. He tells us, at Impossible Coin, Jumping Flash and Sin, the FPS, are often considered second fiddle pioneers / evolutionary dead ends in their genres, losing out on lasting influence compared to Mario 64 and Half-Life respectively. What other games are Buster Keaton's to history's Charlie Chaplin's?
What do you think, Miko? Yeah? He came up to investigate the mail. I need a boy.
Okay, so video game history is not my
I don't know what
strong
any
suit.
of these things mean.
Basically, what he's saying is, I know Jumping Flash, and I don't know as much about Sin, but there are two games that that are like a shooter and a platformer that are, pretty good games, but they're similar to less popular counterparts. And he's asking about some of the other potential counterparts that we lose out on things
right,
that we know. Like the lesser-known Halo or whatnot.
Yeah, I mean, Jumping Flash was a 3D platformer before Mario 64. And so when everybody talks about, like, the revolution that was, Mario 64, it has to be contextualized in a historical perspective around, like, hey, Jumping Flash was first. And, like... Half-Life offered a great degree of like player freedom and like multiple solutions to things, which was something that like Sin had already carved out. So like, I guess games that are maybe not as not acknowledged for like getting there first, or what they did. Mag springs to mind. Which, yeah, that was real dumb.
Well, what was Mag? What was
Mag was a game for the PS3. It was an online multiplayer only first person shooter, and the big draw for Mag was that you could. It was 256 player count in an online console multiplayer shooter with elimination modes. So you were essentially playing Battle Royale on a console in 2010. Yeah. So, I mean, people obviously weren't ready for it. They didn't care for it. Mag kind of flopped bad. So that one pops to mind.
I'd probably offer Killer 7. Well, definitely Killer 7 and possibly No More Heroes in like response to Hitman. Hitman definitely got a lot more support over time, but I guess like the central caveat, like I'm not sure how much story is important in Hitman, but like the idea that you have to like hunt someone down and like do a murder was the central part of Killer 7 and literally drawn as the narrative for No More Heroes. But Killer 7 just looked bad. Like, it was really rough, and like there were a lot of bright colors that were combined in such a ways that like it actually made me feel a bit nauseous.
Well, the first Hitman game precedes Killer 7 by 5 years.
Oh, okay. Like that.
Hitman came out in 2000. Killer 7 didn't come out until 2005.
Yeah, it's 05.
I think that, like, and this is going to be a weird one, but, go with me on this. Joust. That the way the jumping in Joust feels, and and this is another question I have to check because I know that like I'm 100 and you guys are 4. Have either of you guys
what? I'm at least.
It's like the third time you said that.
At least 8.
Have either of you guys ever actually played Joust?
No,
I haven't played Joust, but I've
never heard of Joust.
Oh my Christ. Okay, so Joust is a video game. Yeah. It's from the long, long ago. And it was a game where like you would have two players kind of like face each other, and they're both like riding these ostriches in an effort to like kill each other. And Joust is the game that Nintendo was attempting to rip off when they created the original Mario Brothers game.
Mm-hmm.
Where it's like, you are Mario and Luigi in a space where there are like various threats and you're trying to like fuck each other up. And like the screen layout for Mario Brothers is very similar to the screen layout for Joust, and that is intentional because it was Miyamoto's intent to rip off Joust. Jumping on those silly ostriches feels like Mario jumping. So, like, the Mario jump, the feeling of the Mario jump is not a thing that was, like, invented originally by Mario because it was intentionally derivative. They were trying to rip somebody else off. I mean, admittedly, they ran with it, but the very first Mario game was an attempt to cash in on somebody else's success.
Mm-hmm.
Pitfall. I think that, like, people talk about Pitfall just strictly in the context of, like, being, like, a platformer. And I think that while yes, it is important as a platformer, I think that, like, the fact that, like, Pitfall is more an exploratory platforming game is kind of important. You know, like, you're running around, like, a space with, like, different screens, trying to find the things that you need to finish the game. And so it involves, like, backtracking and stuff, which kind of would be things that, like, Metroid and Castlevania would do later. So that's definitely a thing. And probably there's a Yu-Gi-Oh game for the GBA which kind of focuses on, like, multiplayer deck building, and there's, like, pack opening and a lot of different mechanics, and you're, like, building these 30 card decks with an increasing mana burn turn over turn, which, like, just as far as, like, mechanical execution feels a lot like Hearthstone. So those are some that just kind of come to mind. And, like, I'm sure if I were to think about it real hard, I could probably come up with something that was Street Fighter before Street Fighter.
Yeah, I think there was something. Like, something that came out before 2.
Yeah.
I really can't remember what it was. Ugh.
But, yeah, it's definitely an interesting topic, and, like, the idea of, like, you know, historical antecedents is definitely one that I find interesting, and definitely one that I've been fucking with more recently. It's a topic I'd be happy to revisit if I think of something. So, thanks, Joe. I think that Go-Go gives this 1 demanding to be cuddled while I'm watching Riverdale, and Toshiro gives this 5 bellows for milk.
I still can't believe you give your cats milk. So bad for them. Nico and Roman both sniff at this question and then wander off. Well, at first they screamed for it a bit while it was on the counter, but now that it's where they can actually see what's going on, they've decided to wander off.
I think this is the first, like, mixed bag, like, rating for the cats. Historic. Joe is a controversial question asker, it seems. Questioner.
Okay.
The controversial inquisitor.
What else is in the on the scratch and post this week, Rocky?
All right, we got one from Manus Arts Online, also from Twitter, saying, LOL, Impossible Coin got me dying, quoting me specifically, saying, Mega Man can only jump and shoot. I don't think he can even read. And I still don't, honestly. It's not really a question. It's just more like mail. But I thought about it, and while I found that in the Mega Man X and the Mega Man series, I sincerely don't believe that Mega Man knows how to read, because there's no written signs for him to read.
What?
Whoa.
What? What is it? Okay, hang on. I gotta open up the blind, apparently, because Nico just charged.
Okay.
What? What is it? Is there something outside? Is there something outside? What is it? What? It's nothing. God, that was some excited scrambling for nothing.
Dang rip. So, I don't think that Mega Man or Mega Man X can actually read, because I can't actually recall him ever reading a sign. And whenever someone does communicate something to him, it's never written. They just talk to him. And I'm not even sure if he ever actually talks back.
They transmit data to him, too, don't they?
Yes. But I don't know if that reading is the same as, like, what we would consider reading.
Think so. I think that's more like a cell phone than anything else.
And Battle Network Mega Man can definitely read and actually sufficiently codes. So that one is automatically more intelligent. But, you know, the original Jump and Shoot Man, before he, like, took some computer science classes, like, probably definitely can't read. And I stand by that.
Man, that's a real struggle. That you're saying that's a real burden for Mega Man.
I mean, honestly, as long as he's not studying like any classic literature, he seems to be fine. Like, considering that he's surviving this like weird post-apocalyptic world, he just doesn't know how to read.
If Mega Man goes into the Taco Bell, he's going to have no idea what the seasonal items are.
I think he has bigger problems about like finding a Taco Bell, let alone ordering something there.
Well, there's a big bell out front. I mean, like, how are you going to miss it?
Taco Bell has seasonal items?
Yeah.
What?
Like, look, can't you just picture Mega Man eating a pumpkin spice taco?
Pumpkin spice tacos?
Oh my god. No, that's abhorrent.
Is that a dessert? Or is that a sandwich? Is it a dessert sandwich?
I mean, there are dessert sandwiches, and I'm not sure. Depends on what's in the taco.
What's in the taco?
No idea. Brian, what's in the taco?
My youth.
Definitely a dessert then.
God.
Sounds delicious.
I think that Toshiro gives this one a settling onto the lap to stare at you with a demanding face. And Go-Go gives this a running to the other room like she's cuckoo banana pants crazy shits, and then wandering back like as if that didn't even just happen.
Nico gives this one vault from my lap to sniff at the border of the window, which is what he's doing right now. And Roman gives it one startled look up, but not enough energy to actually get up.
Dang. Well, all right. So the last piece of news, the last letter that we received also comes from Jojo S, or at Jojo S, and it reads, Impossible Coin. I've literally never used eBay before, but love collecting retro games from game stores, markets, and on Amazon. How do I start? What better or worse than my previous methods and what should I watch out for?
So I'm pretty sure that this question is specifically about how do I eBay.
Okay, so I have some experience with eBay as far as cosplay costumes. Basically, it's real hit or miss because a lot of eBay people use the same photo with different watermarks on it, so you gotta be real careful and read all the reviews, and especially the negative reviews that have come out in the last 6 months. Those are critical for what kind of quality you'll be getting.
Okay.
Specifically in the context of, like, collecting retro video games, I think the first piece of advice I would give is, don't buy on eBay until you are comfortable with recognizing items as being inauthentic. There is definitely a market out there for like some retro games, and meaning that there is money to be made with counterfeit retro games. And there's people out there willing to do the dark business. Some of the ways that you can recognize these are pretty easy. Like if you're like, say, looking at like a counterfeit, Game Boy or Game Boy Color cartridge. A lot of times those guys just can't quite get the font right that says Game Boy, which is stamped into the plastic. So those are generally a little bit easier. So like if you see a copy of like Shantae for the Game Boy Color and the price seems too good to be true, it probably is too good to be true. For Super Nintendo games, a lot of times those guys will get the shape of the plastic shell wrong. Since like Super Nintendo's had two different shell types in the lifespan of the machine, they changed the shape of the cartridge during the lifespan of the console. And so like you'll see like games that came out earlier in the lifespan of the console who are shaped like the later cartridges and vice versa. So checking that out is definitely something that you want to ensure that is like, oh, okay, this is right, or okay, this is wrong. Also, a lot of the fake Super Nintendo cartridges will have plastic screws instead of metal screws. So anybody who's taking a close enough picture of the cartridge where you can see the screws, if they're plastic, fuck them. Fuck them. Feed them beans. They're no good. Also, guys who are willing to open the cartridge to show you the board are usually pretty good, because a lot of these like fake boards can be easily recognized. So if somebody's willing to open the cartridge, that's usually a pretty good thing, because a lot of these like poorly flashed cartridges will die if exposed to light. So that's usually something which is helpful. Definitely check feedback. Checking feedback is important. Also looking to see if these people hang out in any kind of like collector communities or collector forums. Like, those places are usually notorious with how they police themselves. So if somebody's selling on eBay, but you can also like say find them in like the Game Boy collector groups on like Facebook and stuff, then usually those are a little bit safer, because they are people who can't afford to burn their bridges if they're like into like, say, the retro selling scene pretty hard. If you can, I would try to suggest like, say, sticking to reputable retro dealers before getting into the eBay scene first. DK Oldies is pretty good. Lucky's pretty good. For retro import stuff, Play Asia's tolerable. And local shops. Like, if you are in a area where you have access to like stores where you can go look at games, then that helps, because that means that you can actually physically hold the thing in your hand and be like, yep, that's fake, or nope, that's not fake, or yep, that's in a shape that I'd be willing to pay for it for that price. Like, something that I don't think... Did we talk about on the show that I actually scored a copy of Ninja 5.0? Is that a thing that we mentioned?
You mentioned it last week.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then I would mention it again and gloat. Ha ha, I own a copy of Ninja 5.0 and you don't.
Right.
Yeah. So, like, you could have a copy, a chance to hold a copy of Ninja 5.0 in your hand and say, like, yep, this is a pristine copy of this game being sold well below market value. So those kind of things help. Like, I was able to make some, like, good gets real cheap by shopping locally before hopping online. So, checking your retro game shops. Goodwills are great. Goodwills are awesome. Sometimes they will bother to do the research for what these things should be priced. Sometimes they don't. Also, a weird place to pick up retro games on the cheap is used bookstores. A lot of times they'll stop, maybe have gotten into buying old games at some point years ago and then gotten out of it, which means that they have a stack of games which they never bothered to reprice. You can find stuff that way. So retro collecting is hard, but the wins feel good when you can get the wins. So, yeah.
Alright, so what's the ratings for this piece of mail?
I think that GoGo gives it a trying to get into a bowl of cereal that my wife is actively trying to eat, despite the fact that my wife is shooing her away. And I think that Toshiro gives it a staring out the back door while loudly meowing.
Ooh. Nico's going to give this a jumping up on the kitchen counter when he's clearly not supposed to. And Roman's going to loudly protest for more wet food, please.
All right. So that's all the mail that we have. It's a quick little backlog. Please send your inquiries to the Facebook, the Twitter, or the Tumblr. I swear if it gets to Twitter, I will find it. I'm so sorry. But until then, we are still requesting that you leave us reviews on iTunes, Google Play, and Stitcher. And you can leave it on any of those. But if you leave a review on iTunes, Brian will send you a biscuit.
And regarding the person who specifically called out biscuits in their review, feel free to get at us on any one of those social media that we have mentioned and tell us what kind of interaction you want, because the logistics of mailing a person I do not know in a location I do not know a biscuit is beyond daunting. So,
that is true. We do need your location in order to send you a biscuit.
Yes.
So after you leave your review, perhaps DM one of us at one of our locations.
Facebook.
A bit your information so we can send you a biscuit.
Yeah. Outside of that, there is music at the beginning and end of this podcast. It is produced by Kev in NA, and his latest project, Spirit, is available on Apple Music, Spotify, and Google Play. The Impossible Coin Discord is also live. There are links in the Twitter, Facebook, and Tumblr bios. And so come hang out, say hi. We'll probably be talking there a little bit in prep for Monster Hunter Mondays, which we started, recently, on Twitch at twitch.tv/impossiblecoin. So that's all our business for today. Does anyone have any closing thoughts?
I think that if people swing by the Discord on Thursdays, there's a chance they might see something interesting. Because generally there is show business that occurs in there. So if you, I guess, want to take a peek behind the curtain, that might be a thing that happens. And I'm going to try and stream some weird garbage soon. There's a couple things that I'd like to stream soon. One is there's a game which is coming out soon on PS4 and Xbox One called Crossing Souls, which looks like it's right up my alley. It looks like it's an RPG with a very Earthbound feel. And there's a demo out for that now. Yeah. So I kind of want to fuck with that. I want to fuck with that demo because I'm looking at the art for it and it looks really good and the music seems neat, and so I think I'm going to try and fuck with that. Also, something else that seems like could be kind of fun is, since they've been reposting the elusive targets for Hitman, Brian's had a chance to take a crack at some of the elusive targets that he didn't get to run in the first place. There's one that's live right now,
Brian on Hitman,
which is the Twin. So I might run the Twin for y'all. Also, something else that seemed like it could be kind of fun with Hitman specifically is one of the things I've always enjoyed doing in Hitman is making real dumb contracts. So maybe we could get together and you guys could help me design a real dumb contract in chat. Seems like it could be kind of interactive. Like, okay, let's figure out how we can make this real stupid. Which means I really enjoy the contracts where we make the player wear novelty costumes. That's fun.
One of my friends wants to see Horizon Zero Dawn, but does not own Horizon Zero Dawn. So I plan on streaming my entire playthrough of that.
That is a lot.
I don't know when it'll be, but it'll be.
Okay, so we're gonna get some time slots. I'm gonna make sure that Brian and Tegan have a real shot to be your new favorite streamers, and we will post when they will be playing. We'll get you guys a schedule on the social medias so that you will be able to find us when we're playing.
And I will try and find and this is something I'll talk about offline with Rocky, figuring out what would be needed in order for me to share some of this time that I've been spending with my super NT.
NT.
Because it's real cool, and there's a lot of fun old games out there, and I'm pretty sure that I'm going to be on this old games kick through Q1 because it's slow season right now. I'm sure that once new releases pick up, like I'll need to be throwing more of my focus there, but I'm enjoying this time where I get to like spend more time fucking with old stuff.
All right, for sure. So guys, this has been the Impossible Coin Podcast. It's been a real good time hanging out with you all. But until next time, I'm Rocky Hardy.
I'm Tegan Somerset.
And I'm Brian Cartwright, and happy Valentine's Day, you lovely, snuggly listeners. Peace.
Bye.
Later.